To send me a text, AlanCoxShow.com for everything else. You can see that Christy's Instagram hotties are up there. You can watch the show. The live video stream is there for you as well. Anywhere on the iHeartRadio app, you can listen. I heard from Josh, who is in Cincinnati, who listens, requesting some of the Alan Cox Show stickers from me, too. You can always email me for those. I'm happy to send those to you. Stephen listens in Hermitage, Tennessee, right outside Nashville. Caitlin is a bureau chief in Pittsburgh. Chad's down in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Jenny is in Craig, Colorado.
Craig. Just be funny place to live. Craig.
Craig.
We live
It's my dad's name.
Mm-hmm.
Craig.
Craig Cox.
Oh, Craig Cox.
Craig.
Oh, Craigie Cox.
It's not his birth name, but that's what he goes by.
Is it his middle name?
It is not. No.
What is? Well,
I guess
don't know
somebody
if you want to give away his name.
His name is Claire Dell.
Claire Dell.
He's from Tupelo, Mississippi.
I'd go by Craig too.
I like Claire Dell.
Well, professionally he
Claire
goes by C.C. Cox, but which I always
so many C's.
enjoyed. Well, I feel like it's just the right number of C's.
Claire Dell.
Yeah, Claire Dell. And then his middle name is his mother's maiden name. It's all very Southern. But I guess someone started calling him Craig in college. I don't know what. I really don't know. My dad's a very quiet guy. I don't quite know the origins of that.
What if he murdered somebody?
People call him Craig. If he murdered somebody?
He murdered somebody named Craig and then took his name.
Yeah, we'd have bigger problems than that. Why would he need to kill someone to take a relatively common name?
Well, because then that Craig couldn't tell on him.
Oh.
Get it?
No.
Yeah.
So, okay.
He wanted to be called Craig.
Couldn't tell on him.
So he found a Craig and was like, no more. And he
Wait,
killed
when
him.
you want to have your name changed, do you have to murder someone?
That name.
It's a zero-sum game?
That's how, there can't just be all those Craigs running around. Are you kidding me?
So if I wanted, let's say I decided, you know what, I want to go by Cody from now on.
Correct.
Who could I possibly murder that would have that name?
Cody. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Does it have to be proximity-based or?
I think you find just the most murderable of the person with that name.
What makes someone murderable?
I think I just thought of someone.
Who might it be, Alan?
No one. He's already got my middle name. I can't go murdering Cody.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was spelled the same way as your name, too. Like, I was spelling it for the longest time A-L-L-E-N, but it's A-L-A-N. I was like, my whole life has been a lie.
Wait, why were you misspelling your middle name?
Did your mom tell you the wrong spelling?
I don't know if she did or not. I think I probably just thought it was spelled that way, and until I actually saw, like, my birth certificate, I was like, oh, I've been spelling my name. I've been committing fraud.
You never
this whole
saw
time.
anything with your three names on it?
No.
Really? Interesting.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, up until I get, like, my license or something like that, what else would I need, like, my full name for? And
I guess.
So when I was 16, I was like, hey! I was like, I've been spelling my name wrong. They were like, okay, so we need to redo your license then. Because, you put your signature. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You had to redo your license.
Your signature
Sign
is...
it.
Right, but they only know because you told them. I mean, they wouldn't know if it was...
Well, you had to bring in proof, like,
Oh, I see what you
your
mean.
social security card and your, not
Birth
your ID,
certificate?
birth certificate, but yeah.
I see.
Yep.
Now, I got a letter from Nick. Alan, I don't want to open up old wounds, but Poundcake's punishment for the polar blast should be that he has to protest outside Public Hall the night of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions with a sign that says Whitney Houston is not rock and roll.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing.
I love that.
I think that's going to be your punishment, Poundcake, is that you have to stand outside the Rock Hall with a sign that says Whitney Houston is not rock and roll.
Okay.
Out with
I don't
Whitney.
think it's that good.
I like it.
I think it's boring.
Whatever you
I
guys
think
want.
he's going to get a picture.
From chest wax over here? It's better than waxing his chest.
But at least there's something to watch there.
It's not dynamic. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's not the most dynamic thing we could do, but it is a true punishment for
Because it
Poundcake.
goes against what he believes.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not a man.
He's
not a man of principle, so he'll do it.
I was talking to my wife last night, and I go, there are so many ways, and this is going to sound strange, but go with me. I said, there are so many ways, because I was talking to her about the show yesterday, and how I was being really, admittedly, I was being unreasonable with my vitriol towards Whitney Houston getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I couldn't figure out why it just got me so riled up. And I realized that part of it was because Poundcake was right. And I said, and there are some ways, and I'm not proud of this, but there's some ways in which I so envy Poundcake. because he's not invested in anything. And there's such freedom in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people are invested in something. He is not. And that's an amazing way to be. It's a way that I wish I could be more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As detached from so many parts of life as I am, there's this personality test, I guess, that's going around online. Tells you what type of person you are. And most of those are usually pretty dopey. They're really vague questions. This one has some pretty probing questions that really kind of zero in on some things. And if you take it, it will really... There's no surprises there, but those are always interesting to see what they ask you. Poundcake is somebody who's not invested in anything. And that's an amazing way to be.
Is it, though?
I think that it is. Yeah. Yep.
That's why I don't think this would
But then you
bother
don't
him
have
at
any
all.
conditions.
That's what kind of jogged my thought there when Bill said it's not going to bother Poundcake.
The only thing I'm gonna be pissed about is that if it's a cold, rainy day, I gotta stand out there in the rain. But I'll get an umbrella in this hand, picket sign in this hand.
No, we'll get you one of them umbrella hats. You can go as a goth.
Okay, that's fine.
People will think you're a goth who's...
So is that my punishment?
No, you're too okay with it.
No.
Well,
He's too okay with it.
Okay,
Because he's not invested
I'm not
in it.
okay
No,
with it.
no.
I knew it. I told you guys.
No, I don't want.
Vetoed.
I would never do that. Honor the dead. Whitney's still alive.
But she's not.
He's keeping her alive.
Hey, people think Tupac's still alive. Why can't Whitney still be
No
alive?
one thinks
She literally
Tupac is
drowned
still
in a
alive.
bathtub.
What was it?
We
It
know
was
Tupac's still alive.
There was that recent episode of The Simpsons where Artie Fuff, who's the guy who loves Marge?
Artie Fife.
Artie,
Is it Fife?
I think Artie Fuffkin, but that's
No, that's not Fuffkin.
right.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, John Lovitz does a character who loves Marge Simpson, is obsessed with her. And there was, I think it was last season, there was an episode of The Simpsons where he sends his wedding invitation via hologram, and it also has a Tupac hologram. And he's like, please just let me die.
Why were they comparing Tupac to Machiavelli? They're saying that he pulled like a Machiavelli and like he's not really dead.
I don't know. All those guys, people who still want them to be alive.
Would Whitney Houston,
Machiavelli sounds like a type of noodle.
would Whitney Houston be Crackavelli?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, no, whatever.
Doesn't it come over some for Machiavelli pasta?
Well, but Machiavelli was one of Tupac's aliases.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he'd go by,
Artie Ziff.
Don Columinati. Yeah, Artie Ziff. There you
Ziff,
go.
there it is.
Artie Pupkin or Fuffkin is Paul Schaefer in Spinal Tap. Artie Ziff. There you go.
That's what that means, Illuminati.
Killuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a Tupac thing. There was like a documentary with, yeah, back in the day, that was his whole thing.
I thought you were saying that was somebody's name. I was like, I always thought that meant like kill the Illuminati.
Combine the punishments, Alan. Wax his chest while he protests.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so y'all gonna get out there
and
in
a
the rain
wax
with
is not a quick thing. Like
Yes, it is. How many times have you been waxed?
I'm talking to a friend of mine that does waxings, and she says it takes a while, especially for a chest waxing. That's a lot to cover.
From someone who has personally been waxed, it is not a
Not
punishment.
on your chest.
I've been waxed in a much more sensitive area. It hurts for a minute, and then I literally went to work afterwards.
It doesn't have to hurt forever.
No, but what I'm saying is that I think it's
He can
would
still
be getting
work,
off really easy.
but I don't
There's
want-
nothing embarrassing about
But
it.
I don't want
There's
him
nothing...
incapacitated. I just,
Right. You just want the as it gets ripped off, that's the pain. And
I'll make it
he'll
real
scream.
dramatic. Alan Cox.
Yes, he'll be screaming. I understand.
So you're telling me that
I think we can do better than that. It's not that big of a deal. Getting waxed is not... I don't think it's as entertaining as you think it's going to be. And then it's done and over with. It's a thing.
And I'll look
it
beautiful.
can be done and over. I mean, it doesn't have to be like the 2-week ones like we're doing. It can be something that's just painful for a moment.
But it's also a punishment kind of in name only, whereas years ago when I lost and cut my hair and everybody's like, oh my God, you look so much better. Poundcake is going to be left looking even
That's what
more
I'm
beautiful
saying.
No,
when he gets himself waxed.
Okay, we don't have to do the waxing. How about a tattoo?
Sure.
The henna tattoo of a unibrow.
I like the henna face tattoo. And we just do all the Post Malone tattoos on his face.
The little, like, barbed wire crown
Yeah.
and everything.
Always tired.
I don't even care at this point. Go ahead. Do it. I'll ask my boss if it's okay.
What if he says no?
Can you go like a week without having to be on camera over there?
That's what I would have to ask.
How about he protests Whitney Houston, but he has to wear a MAGA hat?
Okay. Fine. I don't care. I'm just ready to get this stupid
What if we
punishment
wax
over
him with duct tape? We do it. DIY.
Ooh.
That would be better. A professional waxer
duct
is good
tape
at their
waxing
job.
is
That's the whole
good.
point of it, is that it's
They try to
pain-free
minimize the
exactly.
pain.
If we come at you with duct tape, and then it's going to be a botched job, so he won't look fresh.
But is
Fresh to death.
there any like toxins in the tape?
No.
No.
No, you'll be fine.
Toxins in the tape.
I don't know.
We're not trying to kill you.
I know, I'm just-
Tapeface made
but
a whole
there-
career out of it.
Well,
Put it on his mouth.
I didn't know if there was any chemicals that is
Career.
harmful to your skin. You know, my skin already messed up as it is.
No, I think
I
it'll
don't
be fine.
think so. Duct tape?
Let me do a quick search. Yeah, it's fine.
He's like,
Harmful
"Yeah,
chemicals in
it's
duct
all
tape?
good.
Duct tape wax. That would hurt.
That would hurt. And it leaves those duct tape lines and threads
Sticky.
on your ear. You're all sticky.
And that's no joke.
Can't wash it out, so she's got a dirty square like
No,
a
I-
Band-Aid on a little
You
kid.
are
actually
a
already-
dirty, dirty square.
Well, I know how
You
it's gonna
dirty little square.
I know how it's gonna feel because I already had it. Technically, I mean, when I was a Wish a Bitch Would, I was all hoisted up with duct tape, all around my chest, around my head. So,
You're talking yourself out of punishments.
how am I talking myself out? I
Because
said
then
do
it makes it less fun
He
if
doesn't
you've already
care.
done it.
No, he doesn't care. A couple of people pointed out to me, and they're right, that Poundcake has just conditioned himself to whatever we say. He goes, all right, I don't care. And this is what I'm talking about.
It's probably PTSD.
This is the this is the freedom of not being invested in it. And yet I've never made you do anything completely outrageous. So there's no cause for PTSD.
I just look back at my
This
worst
happens
one.
once a year.
Can we bring back the poop one again? Or
Yes.
poop at work again?
like I'm trying to think like nothing was worse than that. Like even the shot collar was not as bad as me pooping at work.
But that was all fake.
I know.
Like-
We need a real loaf.
What was fake?
You poop. You didn't poop at work. You farted at work in the stall. You
I mean,
didn't
there
poop
was a
at work.
sliver.
Nah, I don't even know about that.
There was
I saw
giblets
it.
in
I
there.
saw it. It's,
There was what?
There was like giblets in there.
there's some rabbit.
Giblets.
Giblets. You better put those back inside if you're kicking out giblets.
It was like rabbit poop.
You're gonna need those. I didn't think he ever actually physically.
He
pooped
got
either.
he got a little sliver of poop out.
all right.
Nothing to write home about. I probably got more in my pants when I farted before the show.
So gross.
And you know what? He's probably right. And you know what? And that's what you want as a story, because like he says, it's nothing to write home about.
I pooped my pants?
How many times have we written home and had no
Okay.
pants pooping stories to tell? And how
Exactly.
disappointed are our families?
Well, someone's trying to drag that Caitlin Kent State gun girl
Yeah.
for pooping her pants at some frat party.
Oh, she did?
And there's, I guess, I don't know. But probably.
Maybe it was just
but-
buckshot.
Yeah, whatever it was, it happened. And that's not something you should drag someone for.
What happens when you drink Jaeger?
So pooping your pants is just a right.
Okay,
Just
he
like going
has
in the
to
gun.
poop at work, but it has to be in a diaper during the show.
Oof.
I think I don't
Depends.
actually think we could do that.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems like a health violation of some sort.
No, it's a diaper. Take it off and throw it away when you're done. Feed him X-Lax.
Oh, this floor has been full of potential health
Yeah,
violations.
That's what I'm saying.
I keep forgetting about
Yeah,
that other
they're
studio.
doing
Yeah.
fine stuff down the
Yeah.
hall. That I think will be
So that's for not even for the air.
When he
solid
comes in, when he
legal
gets here
ground.
at 1:45, he has to eat a brick of chocolate X-Lax and then wear a diaper for the rest of the show.
Jesus.
I wouldn't do that.
Alan, they sell do-it-yourself wax kits. Yeah, again, you can do it yourself with a roll of duct tape. Chris.
Hi, Alan. First-time caller. I was disagreeing with Mary about the waxing because my wife waxed my butt area, and that did not feel too well, and I ended up in the shower afterwards, and after that I had to pull it out myself, and that was an experience all of it itself.
Nice clean butthole.
Yeah, but I feel like that speaks more to your wife's skill level than the actual procedure itself. Is she a professional?
No, we were just trying to do something fun and exciting one night, and
And that's what you came out. I feel
They've
like
been
you.
married a long time.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's a lot of unchecked boxes if you've gotten to that on the list.
yeah, and then it ended up into something more. That would have been it ended up her laughing the whole entire night and me in extraordinary pain.
Yeah, of course. He ends up in a corner crying in the shower like Ace Ventura.
See, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, again, I had a Brazilian years ago, and that was not fun at all. And
So,
even
yeah.
worse is the aftermath, because it's like one of those procedures where you do it if you're going to keep doing it. Because the worst part is when everything starts to grow in. and you're just in constant discomfort. Oh my, that is the understatement.
There
of the
you
year.
go.
Yeah.
There's another level to it.
So
If
Chris,
you
you
wanna give him a
proudly,
Brazilian.
I hope you proudly let it all grow back.
Oh, of course. But, sometimes I wish I'd do it again because it's always in the way. But, that's another story.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. We should have, and I think we probably said this in years past, having him eat like one of those pound bags of sugar-free gummy bears. Those are essentially
They give you diarrhea.
Yeah, they're laxatives. I don't know.
We still got time to figure it out.
I like the duct tape version. I think that's funny, and I think it's painful, and I think, but not too painful. Just good fun, good wholesome family fun.
Okay, I don't care.
Family fun. Yeah, he doesn't care.
So, fine, let's go for
That's
it.
the.
He's over it.
Are you on or off Grindr currently?
I have it installed. I'm not like on it.
Not actively.
Why?
Well, what if we just controlled his Grindr account for a couple of weeks?
I don't want to do that.
I was like,
You're
yeah,
gonna
go
see a lot
ahead.
of things you
Please
don't
do
want to
that.
see. First of all.
Yeah. and
Second of all,
so
I
you're
think
gonna-
it's different. If I'm overspeaking or incorrect,
ahead.
please. I think it's different for gay guys. I think that you guys they're pretty liberal with their right swipes, and to begin with. Whereas if I gave you one of my dating apps, it would cause problems. I think they're more open to. Am I wrong? I feel like my
There's
gay
a
best
lid
friend.
for every pot.
You're saying they're less
Picky.
persnickety about
Correct.
Well, you're not gonna freak a gay out. Like
Exactly.
I told you, a guy.
No matter what you send, they've heard or said worse themselves.
a guy wanted to throw pies at me. I mean, let's not forget that.
Pie.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that I would be conversing with any of them. I'd be telling them that I would, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, why don't you come over?
So what are you gonna say?
I'd just be delivering dudes to his house all the time, like.
So you're gonna do me
Uggos.
favors? You're gonna-
Uggos, me sending them over.
But since they made the trip, I mean, I ain't got to look at
This is
them.
what I'm saying. Is that I think that
He's
you're
so accommodating
That's
too.
what I was- yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you're underestimating what he would
I don't
do.
have to look at you with your face down. Like
That's
it's
true.
fine.
I'll be behind you the whole time. It won't have to.
If you can kiss me and not get aroused, that means you're not gay. You call that a kiss, you big queen? How about some tongue?
Use Gorilla Tape. Yeah, well, we'll see.
We don't want to take.
uh,
We want to take the hair off and
Not the
maybe a
skin.
light layer of skin.
A light layer of skin.
Yes, just a little bit of the epidermis.
Yeah, just like the dried off stuff.
No, I got psoriasis. You're not taking off my skin.
Well, then you wouldn't have psoriasis on that part because we would take
That
off
should
that
be
skin.
off,
your
yeah.
new drag name, Soraya Sis.
Ew.
Why isn't that? She comes out and sis, girl, please.
You're not gonna top a wish a bitch would. That's hard to top. Hard to top.
Soraya Sis.
Cis. All right.
Let's-
SIS or
SIS.
CIS?
SIS.
All right.
Yeah.
These are the distinctions that
Yeah.
have to be made.
Female to male drag queen
In 2020.
or drag king, I guess would be the Clint Tortis is top notch.
I love how careful you were saying
Yes.
Clint. Specific pause.
That's right. Hey, the Cleveland Monsters are going to be on the ice the 31st of this month for Cleveland Rocks Night, and the Cleveland Monsters are going to have the exclusive MMS Buzzard Cleveland Monsters t-shirt for the first 10,000 fans. A bunch of us are going to be there. We'd love for you to be there, too. So a couple of tickets after this break. Friday, January 31st is that game at the Romo Fijo. Want to text me for anything, 35192, or go to alancoxshow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.